reveal JC, yeah.
Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
Hello and welcome to the TiVoMike Show. This is our final episode.
This week.
We're revealing JC with watching TV. It's what we do.
Yes,
because the Bible says, do all things as unto the Lord.
Amen.
And I read that verse very carefully, and nowhere did it say, except when you're watching TV on your TiVo.
That's right.
Or your Apple TV, or your Hulu, or your
Roku.
Well, I say all the oohs too. You know, I notice that. The Netflix ooh. The Paramount U. The Peacock U. Anyway, it doesn't say any of that. It says do all things.
Right.
As unto the Lord.
Right.
And so I watch TV as unto the Lord. Which is why I don't like some of these horror movies that these people don't make the right decisions when mother-loving, what's his name, Michael, be showing up all casual in the corner, standing there looking like a dumb buffoon.
Can we?
All respect to Mike. If you ever come to my house, I know you're not a dumb buffoon.
Can we laugh about this real quick too? Because
horrible.
So, you know, the alphabet people, cancel me, go for it. I'm not famous. They were mad and they were outraged,
right?
Because Michael Myers killed the homosexuals.
Oh, that's right.
And I said, well, wouldn't it be discrimination if he didn't?
Nope.
Kill the homosexuals?
Can't apply logic. No, don't do that. plus, he was nicer to the homosexuals because you don't see him kill the second one.
Right. We just see them
You
propositions.
saw him kill everyone who, well, actually, how dare, hey, I'm super woke. How dare us claim those are the only gay victims in the movies?
We didn't.
The other people, that's what I'm saying. I'm being woke for them.
Oh, okay.
Because how dare us? See, that's what I'm saying. They're all doing that. So how do we know that black lady and that the old dude together? How do we know they weren't in closets? See, they could have been brother and sister, cousins.
Right.
They could have been father and daughter.
But they didn't assume that.
They could have been adopted, and him killing them when he's anti-adoptionist. And he's going after Angelina Jolie next. We don't know. See? And they didn't show both deaths on camera. So now we know that what Mike did when he was home again, he's going to be back home.
Right.
And isn't that a song from Elton John? Living all my life, trying to get back home again. It's a really dark, sad song, but it's reflective. They should play that over that. So when he got home, like Thanos, he just died. He was like, I'm done. I did what I wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to get home. So Mike killed himself. But because the guy had lost his husband or life partner or whatever they call themselves, and he couldn't live without him because that was his life.
Right.
See, he said we're together in this.
Amen.
And he took the mask to take on the reign,
right,
in a twisted sense of I'm now connected because this guy killed my husband and then killed himself. So if I put on the mask, I'm connecting myself forever spiritually to my husband. And now he goes and kills people that were homophobic.
Oh, there you go.
See, but now the word makes sense because you are afraid now of this homo.
That's right.
Hence homophobic because he's killing you.
Right.
That's
super weird.
That's real. I said, wow, because if you were coming after, if a homosexual serial killer was coming after you, because I know if I saw Michael showing up in my house, I'm being knifophobic.
Right. I'm
That's
afraid
real.
of knives forever.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that. Not because he's going to cut a steak.
Right.
He's going to cut me.
Right.
So anyway, we can now use the term correctly.
Right. Boom.
I just helped the world.
We just put it all in your hands.
Look at that. All because doing all things as unto the Lord.
Amen.
The Bible says the truth shall set you free. No, make you free.
Yes.
The truth shall make you free. So not set.
Make.
This ain't no race. Ready,
Right.
set, and go. No.
Right.
You be made free, heifer. So today, let's discuss the real deal with two different storylines that we forgot from 2 episodes ago because they've already done their damage on our righteous recap of Chicago P.D.
Oh, love it. First off, before we get into the recap, I love your cynicism because it matches that of the Chi-Hards.
Yes.
So there's so many random people who are like, what happened to Randy?
Thank you.
So many people who are like, oh, wait, we see Upton and Jay in the back. Oh, they're still riding in the truck together. Okay, good. They're in the episode. There were so many people tweeting that. So it's funny that even you are...
Because it is so... And I can't. I was watching episode like, just let it go. Just let it go. They're done with that story. How dare you? She can't... What's the girl who's with the guy
Upton?
who...
Oh, wait, Kim?
Yeah, Kim. Can't go to get the syrup for her daughter who just wants to have, who doesn't need no extra syrup, just saying. But is want to get the syrup for her. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm not throwing shade, I'm throwing light.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
She
Amen.
just cast a shadow with that. That's all. So here she is. Oh, I can't reach a syrup bottle, but she's on this, holding it, arm running and figuring out stuff and grabbing heavy laptops and open them up. Look what I found out. I looked up. The dude looked up his stuff. No, I'm not really ready for this. Go ask Trudy about that day job again and get Voight mad at us. Nothing. Then, what's the other lady who can't sleep?
Upton.
Totally can sleep now. She got the Michael book on sleeping. Look, she's getting lots of rest. All of a sudden, she ain't distracted. She ain't, I don't know. I can't. You see, what I did was, I shot someone. Oh my God, you shot an innocent person? How dare? What happened? Was it an innocent bystander? No. I shot the actual guy who did everything, who did the criminal. He was actually one of the people. And I shot him when he was getting ready to reach for a gun of my boss. It was really weird, but I shot him. Oh, you're a civilian and you never done it before. And I get it. When you shoot a bullet for the first time and shoot somebody, oh my gosh, it can be life-changing, life-altering. No, actually, I've done it before. I'm a cop in Chicago and stuff. Oh, so why can't you sleep? But you see, it's only I can't sleep so long. It's because I got to get my detective husband or boyfriend or whatever they are, roommates. I have to get my overly detectivizing, Warnerizing boyfriend to put 2 and 2 together. I need him to be suspicious of me because I run, but then I stop chasing, and then I can't sleep. And then all of a sudden, Voight gets a phone call, and he doesn't know how to close the door and answer it. And the FBI magically not calling anymore. Once she couldn't sleep and got sleep, she called the FBI. Y'all don't have to call no more to ratchet up my anxiety because now I can rest. I've told him everything. I let him figure it out. I needed to destroy his life. And have him question who he's married to or is going to get married to or whatever. So y'all can stop calling Voight when Jay's there, where Voight won't need to call me into the office again. And he's already got punched. Right. And no one's talked about it. Totally good now. They're totally good. Even though all the scene, Voight's not looking at him. But it's okay. We're totally moving on. And Kim has total range of motion. No, she's not popping pills, aspirin.
I will tell you this.
It's so annoying.
The Kim thing we're not probably going to go back to because I think...
You don't have to go back to it.
No,
I would like to see... I
don't think they're going to bring it up again because
do you remember
of the mistake
that you got shot and punched in the face
but I think because they messed up on... or not messed up, they miscalculated their recovery. We're not going to get anything back on that.
Right.
What I think is we're not done with the Jay storyline. I only say that because the one good thing about
they'll bring it back. Yeah.
Yeah. The one good thing is when it comes back, it's gonna be something explosive. It's gonna be.
I don't like that she looks well rested.
Well, she didn't.
Yes, she does. She's fine.
No, if you look at it though,
She's not drowsy.
But they never actually gave you like a full facial of her. Like you call her like in all the scenes, it was like the background.
Yep.
So like you could see her in the background, but they made sure not to get up. You can't see or see no bags.
I don't see no bags. I pushed pause. She looks fine, well rested. Jay's not giving her side eye. He's not like ignoring her.
Well,
they're
he's
totally good
right now,
I
so he can't ignore
punched
both
him
of them.
in the face. My boss. I get why Voight did not do anything because he is Voight. He knows how to.
And he knows.
He knows how to cool it.
Right.
And knows what to put out into the world and be calm. He don't ask, do you remember? We're going to get to this episode where he knows how to lie to the guy convincingly. He knows how to not to give away signs of looking nervous. And what's her name? Hailey? You said her name. Okay.
Yep.
Well rested. 5 hours of panic. Waking up in the middle of the night. Looking at Jay. Oh my God. In red eyes. And at the studio at 3 a.m. Typing, looking at files. She ain't at there 3 a.m. looking at no files no more. Totally good. Now that screwed up his life. Sorry. Season 9. Just so irritated. I can't move on. Season 9, episode 6, end of watch.
First off, can we talk about how funny that title is? Just
thank you.
All puns intended.
Hint. All the watches. All of them. And I can't even give the show credit for being great at this episode. I'm going to give them a pass because the writers are messed up too about all the things I'm catching. But till they're distracted. But I thought she couldn't sleep. No, forget. Not yet. 3 episodes from now, we're going to have something. But she's totally good until then. Then magically, on that 3rd episode, she could be back to can't sleep again. Because I knew it was Carlos Solis. As soon as I saw him, I said, hey, you're from the Desperate Housewives.
Oh, I'm like, wait, who? Yeah.
Yeah. I said, oh. If he's on, and he was a good guy on the thing, because he was the one being cheated on. He was the one, he was being jaded through Mr. Solis's entanglement.
I hate you.
So this is Ruzek. Ruzek reunites with an old colleague. You know that's never good. Look what happened when Jade's reunited with an old colleague. Anyhow, don't be nobody's old colleague, okay? To take down a crime ring. Like a watch, both jewelry. Interesting. But when things don't add up, math, girl, add up. Voight and Burgess do some investigating of their own, and Burgess finds out why she doesn't have any pain anymore at all.
Well, first off, I'm gonna say this. So you're right. They didn't. There was no Warnerization this episode. As soon as he came in, and I found out he was a mentor. What's the term? Good old boy cop.
Good old boy.
So as soon as that happens, I'm like, oh, they're gonna make him the bad guy. What I hated, and I get it. You guys gotta kick everybody when you get the chance to kick them. Why can't we get a Ruzek episode where you don't take? So they take every time we get a Ruzek episode, they take someone out of his life.
Oh darn!
So first it was his dad, and even though he hated him, but he was still upset because that's still a heavy loss, right?
Yeah.
Now
was your dad.
Now the uncle father type figure in policing, who was supposed to be a great cop, or setting the right example for being a cop, it's kind of like taking down the idols of Black America, right? First you want to come after MJ. Then you want to come after Kelly. Like, you guys can't let Ruzek have nobody. Because Ruzek was like, yo, I'm so excited to see you.
Right. And R. Kelly was just relieving himself. He could. Sometimes you just can't make it to the bathroom.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right.
He drinks a lot of water.
And he's old.
And he's fine now. Now he doesn't have no water. He's like, nope, only when I'm home.
Right. He home.
Not anymore.
But so I felt bad because I'm like, I love Ruzek episodes because I know it's about to be something big. But even last time, it was his sister and the son, and the older man was coming at him
I was
for
gonna
it.
say, where's everybody? Yeah, he doesn't have anybody in his life.
You guys keep hammering the Ruzek.
And look what he did. They did to his girl.
Thank you.
Soon as he had a girl, they were like, she's gonna go there with her window down. We're after a serial person. Spell it. They're after a bad person. She's going to be there by herself. What happens if you do? Anyway.
Right.
But she's fine now. That's good. At least she can get the syrup.
Yeah, she's good now. Yeah.
And that daughter needs more syrup, apparently. So it's totally good.
I will say, this was probably one of my favorite openings. Ruzek's out with the guys. First off, can we talk about the older cop saying, oh, we got to be done by 9 o'clock? He said, hold on. I said, listen, when you get married, you understand this is how it has to be.
That's
so when
right.
Ruzek has to go get Michaela a new platypus, thought that was wicked cute. I thought it was even funny when he was just, you could tell he didn't want to leave. He was like, oh.
Yep.
All right.
He got that call.
Right. And he goes, oh, so you're just going to go get, he's like, just like you got your schedule to keep at 9 o'clock. What's that,
That's
20
right.
minutes?
Boom.
I was dying.
What's with these comebacks lately on this week?
It was perfect.
First Ritter, now Ruzek. It's anybody with R. You come at them, they're a zinger.
It was so perfect. And it was even funny because the other two guys in the room laughed.
Yeah,
and the other guy just
yeah, he got you. That was because we be knowing at 9, you be done.
kicking us out.
You be done, kid. You be
So
done.
it was super cool. I even liked the scene in the mall. I wanted him to shoot them.
Yeah, that would have been good.
I at least one of them. Just because you can't run with the gun out. Shoot somebody. Even by accident. Like I hate those scenes because I know why they don't fire.
Yeah, they can't write.
Because it's a lot going on. But at the same time, it's like, just shoot somebody.
Thank you. I mean, and I get... and well, it's so frustrating. And I totally get both sides now.
Right.
But I'm not going to get on a thing because then...
Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm always
Don't do
going for the wrong side, apparently, in the world. But it is funny in the next scene where he's talking to the girl who's now fine with all range of motion. And he was like, did you read the thing? She goes, yeah, all 2 paragraphs.
Can we talk about that for a minute? Because, hold on. First off, I love that...
It was right next to the syrup bottle.
This mall cop...
She was reading the 2...
the sergeant was patrolling the mall. Why is there a sergeant patrolling the mall?
Thank you.
Okay, Chicago. I know we said defund, but y'all
And
getting
where
carried
were you?
away. That was the other thing,
Yeah.
right?
Was he slow rolling too?
Boom. So that is what... So I like that you caught that because that was my favorite part. I like that we didn't talk about this dude come running out. How come Ruzek was first on scene?
Thank you.
Well, I get why he was
And the
first
first
on
one
scene.
called
but
in.
why was he the one to first call it in?
Yep.
And then you come running up on the side. And then you're going to tell him to stop.
Thank you. When he's
I'm
almost
sorry,
there.
You couldn't catch him, so he's supposed to stop?
And you were already outside.
Thank you. How'd they run past you
Yeah.
so fast?
You know how to trip them?
Thank you.
Is that not allowed either?
Thank you.
Oh, if I trip them, they're going to sprain their ankle.
Police brutality? Oh, well.
Well, let it happen.
You shot a person. They shot the dude in the thing. They threw the lady down after holding her hostage.
And that's a felony.
Shoot her.
That's the thing. I would like, even if it's just for TV, let's not talk about real life.
Right.
Because in real life, of course, criminals don't do things against the law because it's against the law. They know better. Laws help. So in the shows, I am sick. We watch TV for an escape.
Right. Well, blame Dick Wolf for that.
Yes.
That's his thing.
Right. We go for an escape, and this is the happy-go-lucky
Right.
life. Right. We only lose a person on fire through death of running through a door once every 3 seasons. Even though there's probably firefighters probably succumb. I mean, fires are dangerous.
Right.
So, but we have the luxury of 10 years. Everybody's still kumbaya.
Right.
Because we want to believe heroes live, bad guys die.
Right.
Give us that show. We don't need to be realistic in every episode. Some guy is running because he's tired because he's 70 and he's still... No. Let him be a superhero, could go upside down and do that Mouch episode where he could hang and not be out of breath.
Right.
I don't care that it's CGI'd. I like fantasy.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So, I would like when a cop on Chicago PD sees stuff go down. It ain't no, I wonder who did it. Freeze or I will shoot. They don't freeze. He shoots.
Right.
Right in the center of their body. And there's a slow motion and they body blows up. I want that. I don't want. Because
I don't want
people
that.
always want people to shoot.
Well, I want them to shoot.
Yeah.
But I want them to be able to get information out of this person. I don't want them to kill him.
Here's the information. He was stealing the watch. Now he's not stealing the watch. I know less than people who know nothing.
Right.
We established that. I go from the cuff. But I think if you're stealing a watch that costs $50,000. First of all, why is it $50,000? But anyway, stealing a watch that costs $50,000.
This is coming from an old watch collector, by the way. So let's just catch that real quick. I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there, Mister. Why did it cost? I remember Mister. Oh, it's only at $900. I can get that in 4 paychecks and one not paying this cable bill.
Listen, I'd have said I wouldn't buy a $50,000 watch. I'm just saying, why is it $50,000? But I'm still gonna buy it.
Oh, I know you.
I love it. But now I'm done with the watches because I had the Apple Watch, and now it makes no sense to have electronic watch that does everything and then go back to analog.
Right.
Like I'm not going back in time. I don't have a DeLorean. So Apple saved me. From this addiction.
They did.
So they weren't stealing Apple.
And I was
watches.
surprised because you don't even have like a bunch of bands hanging up anywhere.
Nothing.
I'm very impressed.
I'm just being very cool, copacetic, boom shakala, because I'm too lazy to change it out. So I would think if you're stealing a $50,000 watch, you're doing it either to fund your criminal enterprise, because everybody needs money.
Right.
Even enterprise.
It's a criminal enterprise.
To get a dime bag, someone's got to buy the bag.
I think this was like one of those gimme episodes. I think this is truthfully just like we need something quick to kind of throw in to like make it less heavy.
To bring a guest star in.
Because as soon as they brought him in, I was like, okay, he's going to be doing the one. Whatever the crime is, he's the bad guy.
He's involved.
Right. And
they're probably doing it because they're bad guys.
Right.
So shoot them in the torso.
Right.
Let him fall and blow up.
And I was waiting for
maybe his friend gets away.
Well, I was waiting for the scene for them to be like, hey, we got the watches. What are we doing with it? So when it came out even more so that he was like, well, no, I'm just going to go there and take it first.
But I don't want any more. Here's what they need to do. One or the other. Shoot them in the torso, slow motion style, like an action movie. I want to see their body fall apart and blow up, right? Or don't say freeze or I'll shoot. Just chase them.
Well, they never say freeze.
Leave your gun.
They just say Chicago PD.
Chicago PD, yeah. Then they run. They go, stop. You're under arrest.
Yeah.
And then they go, no, I'm not. Right? And they run faster, and they can be like Mike Myers and disappear in a tree. All of a sudden, you turn right. The camera was following them. We were following them. Ruzek was following them. They make a right, and then, how about you keep running at least,
right? And
see if you hear someone huffing and puffing or trying to hold their breath.
Well, that's what got me mad the second time. So first off, let's talk about that. The guest star, I'm mad at Sal. Solis. Well, his name was Sal on the show. That's I couldn't think of what his name was. Yeah, Sal. I'm like, what?
He will always be Mr. Solis.
Okay. So Sal was funny because
Sally.
He told.
I love that.
He told Ruzek, "Hey, just slow roll it. They don't want us to police."
No, he didn't say that. He actually did the opposite to him. He said, "You got to be a man and just keep going." So he was being hypocritical.
No, because he told him.
No, he didn't say slow roll it. He said, "What are you complaining about? What are you going to do?" Right? He goes, "You have to keep going," and they did that so that you would think. I said, y'all are so transparent.
I completely heard.
You know why? Because you have knowledge. We have real. We're like, why are you?
Because I completely heard him telling. Like the way I took what he was saying to him was like, listen, just play the game. Act like you're running. Do your thing.
Nope.
We just got to get to the next level.
Yep. Nope. Didn't.
So I was like, wow.
That's what the scene should have done. But then they didn't want us to go, oh, that means he's probably bad. So let's put. We already know he's bad.
Exactly.
So everything you were saying didn't make no sense.
Exactly like that. So it made me laugh because I was like, in my head, I'm like, you guys have to understand the one good. Well, there's plenty of good qualities, I'm sure, but the one good quality Ruzek has is Ruzek is a cop.
Yeah.
He's not breaking laws. He's not racist. He's not shooting black people. Like, he is generally a cop here to do the job of a cop. He gets up in the morning knowing I'm going to do good policing today.
I'm a good cop.
So, for me, you having his mentor tell him.
And the whole team is actually, it's kind of
for the most part,
fascinating. Yeah.
So, for his mentor to kind of be.
Except the one who can't sleep and one who has range of motion.
You're never going to let it go. But for his mentor to be this guy, I loved, and you don't like Kim, but Kim's my favorite cop. I love.
I'd like her.
You don't like what they did with her character story.
I just don't like that she has range of motion.
Right. What I would say
Where'd that come from? You couldn't reach for a bottle.
That she said,
you're running with your arm like this, shooting and holding a big heavy laptop on the back of a car. Boom! Look at this. Hey, this is a lot of movement.
She went to physical
She's
therapy.
not in the office, dispatching for them as she's recovering. And she's going, oh, guys, we've located GPS. They're going left. They could have worked it. Nothing. Totally fine.
It's too much work that way.
And she can sleep. She's not there at 3 a.m. helping her do that. Hey, why are you already here? We're just working on files.
I can't stand you. I can't. What I will say is I like how she said, listen, bad. I like that they gave us this dynamic because if this message had come from any other detective.
Right.
Although he still shot her down, the shot down would have been a fight or an argument. When she brought up that Sal was crooked. Yeah. I love that she was the one who delivered it. I even loved her delivery because it wasn't like, hey, he's doing this. Right. It was like, listen, the way things look.
Yeah.
He got there first. Here's the video. He randomly came for his flashlight. Why? You had a light. Like, why but nonetheless, he's already not getting half his paycheck because it's going through the lawsuit that the city didn't take up because he did it and he was sued. So maybe just talk to him.
Just see what's going on.
And I like that
you're close with them.
Right, because she put it back into the question atmosphere. I like it more that Mr. Voight, who don't do nothing, tried to make it seem like he was investigating it too. He just read Kim's notes.
Yeah, he knew right away when she knew. And what's so funny is I think, because I will always think Carlos Lisa's a good guy.
Right.
I think he wanted to be caught right away. Well, because why would you wait until you're on a team of detectives?
Thank you.
Of all detectives.
So here's the problem.
And they know Trudy.
But I'm going to tell you what happened.
So how are you going to
Because here's what happened. Here's what he thought. He's losing everything. So he thought, I'm going to do this crime. I'm going to work with intelligence. Because then I'm going to get the Voight special. I'm going to leave this here. But he didn't get the Voight special. And he said, hold on. No. The last crooked cop.
Right.
Got the Voight special. The two last crooked. The racist cop got the Voight special. How come I don't get the Voight special?
Which means they have plans for this character coming up.
Yes.
And I hope they do bring him back.
That's what I did love. Because I love when they do those bring-backs. I love when they do that kick back in and they bring him back later for something else. They did it really good with the black guy last season. I always call him Blandowood, but Michael Beach.
Wow,
he's the bald guy. Remember, he was the one who was like, "Well, you guys have to understand. If we don't give them this opportunity to do this, then they're just going to be nobody. Yes. So we pay for the good kids to go to college and get there, but we take care. And everybody he had a nice arc.
Yeah, he had a reason.
Right,
he had the Thanos thing.
Right,
I'm just trying to save the population.
The ones that we can save. The ones we can't, we put to work. So I like that. I love that. I was more mad. NBC, Wolf Entertainment. Please, give me a GIF of Voight doing the sit down and putting the gun on the table. Because I was searching through all the GIFs, so I could be like, he wanted the Voight special.
Yes,
and I still tweeted he wanted the Voight special, but people don't get the Voight special.
He was totally.
He was all like, because he even said it when he got outside. He said, "You lied." He goes, "Yeah, you lied to me." Yeah. But in his head, he was like, "Well, just let me go, or let me take my life so she can at least get my pension and it's all set." Stuff. And he said no.
And they won't get it if you killed yourself, fool.
Right, but he didn't. He forgot he forgot to put that part in the clause
because he's so gone.
Right,
but he did have that look like I'm just kind of done.
It was so perfect, like the portrayal, like the Ruzek, even Ruzek having to be the one to face him and be like, "No, we lied to you. Like you just lied to us this whole hour."
And I like how he got closure by saying, "You slow rolled me."
Right.
Because what I liked about it allowed him not to go out as a hero.
And that's what I
You lost that because your decisions had consequences.
Right.
You would have left me to die.
And that's what I love more. I love that it wasn't like you weren't being a good cop. It was like, dude, you said I'm like your son.
Right.
And I was in there. And then you make me look stupid because when I go in front of the review board, they say, "Well, no, that door's bolted shut."
Right.
Wait, what?
He goes, "Oh, I was probably confused about that."
I felt even more bad because now he had to admit Kim was right. Not that he had to admit that she was right, but now he realized she truthfully was looking out for him because she gave him the info. He didn't want to hear it, and then they said, "Well, no, that door doesn't open. It's bolted shut."
It's bolted.
And he was like, "Wait, this dude just left
really?"
me?" Oh,
and they go, "Also, you might want to take a look at this." And they slide a piece of paper over, and he looks at it, and it says, "Kim was never injured."
I hate you so much.
It's like, how do you think that? Because when the syrup bottle was there, it actually didn't even require her to lift up, and so you didn't see that. And doesn't your daughter look like she has plenty of syrup?
Let it go. Let it go.
I'm just saying.
You're like,
hey, what's her face? The one who can't sleep?
Upton.
She needs to let it go.
She does.
No, she can't sleep because she's holding it in.
No, you're right. She does
So
need to
let it go.
But
And
you're
then-
hanging
and then
on
she
to this.
did.
You're hanging on to this like you hang on to Kate.
Kate is a killer, and that is going to be the twist of the series. Then you'll be like, she never wanted her father. She was jealous that her father loved her mom. She didn't like the dog. Wanted him to die. All of it. It's just so. Because again, and last thing, and this has nothing to do with the show, but it's why I catch things. You ever read an article, and I'm talking about these are real, like New York Times, Wall Street Journal,
With the
misspellings, bad grammar, the thing, and I'm just reading through, and I'm not reading to edit.
No,
I'm just reading through, and I go, wait, why did?
When it
I'm
says
like,
the same
is there
thing twice,
no
it was like he was. I'm like,
Yeah.
Did no one edit this before y'all
Did
print
no,
it?
thank you. No one QCs this.
I
No
thought
one
they had a
quality
job.
control.
Like what the?
No one. And it's like with these shows, no one.
I'll give you that. I will give you that.
You put it in. You had a boring scene of them getting breakfast. We have never in the history. I remember when Catwoman would say, "Never in the history of niggerdom," but never in the history of Chicago P.D. did we have adopted fostered daughter need more syrup, and we actually think about it. I just want people to realize why I'm so mad. Just think of this. It's not like it was a throwaway line. You had to have that set. That is not a set they use every day. You had to build or use another set. Then you had to light it up. Then you had to get the girl, whatever his name was, Bonquisha, right?
Michaela.
Is that her real name,
Kim?
Michaela? No, the daughter.
Michaela.
Okay, Michaela. You had to call Michaela, and Michaela's 9 or 10. You had to pull out of school, get the tutor and all that stuff, and have a rundown, have a, what's it called when you, not the audition. I wasn't acting. What's it called?
Blocking?
Yeah, you do blocking, and then you do the thing, rehearsal.
Oh, yep, okay.
You blocked it. You had rehearsal. You had to stock a kitchen of fake food. Yeah, someone had to go and buy that. The set designer had to go buy all these little things. Then you had to have the writers actually in your writers' room writing, hey, there's this cool scene where Kim's in the hospital. She's going to find out this girl is lying within like seconds, which I love that they kept her at. She's always super detective. She always catches stuff, right? Because I didn't think that girl was hiding. I mean, I was like, wow, you coming at her like that?
She did. I mean, I will give her that was keeping her
good
in character. Yeah,
yeah, and she was still like, you could tell,
still fragile, still
right. And but she was like, by the way, as she leaves the room, she knows more stuff than she's saying. Well, how do you? I'm a detective. That's my job. Hello, y'all should learn. And then goes away. So this cool scene. So they're like, hey, we're gonna have this cool scene. And it's another cool scene. They go, oh, when she catches on that maybe they did find her, the killer, and the guy goes down, and she has this thing with Voight. No, what'll be really cool is if we have that daughter. Oh, the daughter is like, Mom, I could have lost you. And they have this cool moment of kumbaya, and I already lost my other people. And like a really cool, impactful, heavy scene about her realizing her mother is, and hope, whatever he's going to be to her, the dad, are cops.
Right.
And they could one day not come home.
Right.
And that could have been that classic moment to really enrich her, and she's already had a violent
upbringing.
And stuff.
Right.
It could have really been impactful. They go, no, not that. No, she's going to ask for syrup. The fat daughter's going to ask for more syrup on the... Yeah. So she's going to be eating, because why not?
I can't.
She's going to be eating waffles or pancakes or something that you shouldn't be eating. Get some fruit. Okay? I say that not having no fruit or vegetable anywhere in my house because I'm a grown man. I can make my own decisions. Thank you. So, but if I'm a little kid, I'm eating proper. And we're going to have Ruzek there. Oh, and Ruzek is gripping between realities of being a father, and he almost lost his future wife, and he's going to have a moment. No. He's going to say, honey, can you get her syrup? Okay, he's going to get her syrup. Honey, can you get syrup? Okay, block it here. We got to put all of this. And then she had to leave her trailer, and they said, now, when you reach, we need another angle. So we got to shoot this thing 5-8 times. These scenes are not shot one time by no iPhones. No matter what Apple tells you on these commercials, they don't use these phones for TV. And they're going to go, now you're going to reach like this. And I go, oh, because of the scab? Yeah, there's a scab there. So you're going to make this. Oh, okay. No, a little bit more next time. Okay. No, we need more gravitas. So they do that. I'm thinking, oh, they're going to go somewhere with this. So I'm watching the next episode. That's powerful. So a little less each time. She's running around. She's not in the office. She's not getting a desk job. Wow. Okay, that's fine. Maybe they just missed it. Writers could write a whole scene, get all these actors to do the scene, and pay all this money, build another set, and totally forget about it. Then, same time, same connected storyline. It's not a different side B. The girl who vindicated this girl by killing the guy who hurt her, who shot her.
Yeah.
He didn't kick her in the face. He didn't say, you're meanie, Brad. He didn't give that dumb monologue of why I'm a criminal and why it's going to work. She goes, don't shoot me, I'm a boom. He's a bad dude. We saw it. They let us see that.
Right.
So there's no gray.
When you kill him.
No gray. Then they're going to tell us she thinks there's gray. Because Voight's there. And he's the bad guy. But we know Voight never does it with gray.
Right.
He always does it with black. It's clear. He doesn't Voight until he needs to Voight.
Right. So
they let us see. They don't not show us so we could maybe be in Hailey's mind and we could be tilted like, well, so we know. So there's no build up for us.
Right.
And then she can't sleep. Makes no sense. We're like, we were there. You were there. You were there.
Even Jay was like, well, you did the right thing. Why we?
And he's moral.
Right. He's the moral compass.
He said, get some sleep, boo. And then she can't. And then she half said, I killed him. And wait, what? He's the guy's going to the hospital. He's totally fine. No, but I mean the other thing. Hey, are you okay? Let me awkwardly look quietly for 29 seconds. I'm fine. Okay, good. I'm glad we understand each other. And I'm going to look really serious. I'm not going to play it off like I can naturally play it off, which we just saw in this episode. He's incapable of doing. Let me look guilty as F. And then walk away and have Jay. They write this in. Jay looks longingly at her because she caused him to question things. And then let's have it crescendo into a punch in the face. Okay, got it. Next episode. Oh my God. Kim can't move. She can't sleep. He got punched. They're going to have just a quick talk, like, just don't let it happen again. But I totally get you thinking. She's well rested. She can fight and run and hold a gun.
I love this.
Sorry.
I love this.
I just get too into it. And I blame you. Make me love these shows.
I love it because when I first started watching Chicago, you're like, no. And I'm like, wait, they're following me on Twitter. Wait, they're tweeting back. You're like, all right, I guess you can watch and I'll catch it. Or you tell me about it. And then one day you were like, well, no, I must start watching it too because it's a new season. And now I'm stuck. Now you win it. At least it's good to be in this one. It's only 9 seasons.
I hope so. Not 29 of Grey's. I'm like, I don't care. No more anatomy of Grey anymore. I've seen all her anatomy. What's a good line from this stuff? Hello, Natalie. Are you wearing bug spray? Natty. Oh, it's right, dear. I was a little bit of a Japtimizer, and at my age, everything does have its own aroma. I admire that honesty, Natalie. That's a noble quality. Never lose that, because it often disappears with age or entering politics. Look at that face. You remind me of Stuart Little, one of the most honorable creatures in all of literature. You know that book, Halstead? Stuart Little? Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Ooh, mine too. Maybe I could read it to you if I get the position. No, that'd be wonderful. Bye-bye. And thank you, Damon!
The TiVoMike Show is produced by Michael Jefferson. Our soundboard operator is Mike Warner. And our theme music is by Eric Dano. A special thanks to all those who make it so we can be here. And our great listeners like Damon. That's it for the TiVoMike Show. I'm Mike Warner. See you next week when we get the Lost TV Viewing Saints, the Married and Banal TV shows, amongst the low-hanging fruit to find the next great addictive series.